All right, so everybody was like, "Hey, Alchemy, what you think about Boogie and AD going to New Orleans? How will it affect the Warriors?" Well, there's one team with two bigs that comes to mind: Memphis with Marcus Saul and Zach Randolph. You see the high-low action here. Either one of them can play up top and feed the post and do a whole lot. And as Warriors fans know, Memphis is giving us a lot of trouble. Take a look at Mark with the pass to Zach here, Zebo. Now, these dudes actually are probably a little more skilled than AD and DeMarcus. Are they as talented? No. As young, as athletic? No. They're a little more skilled and a little more willing to work together, right? Look at all this high-low action. This is definitely not Alvin Gentry's type of offense, but this is what, you would on paper, what you would run, a high-low action with these guys who can both pass, pick and pop, and finish at the rim. And again, very effective against the Warriors. But is AD and DeMarcus as willing of passers as these two are, who have been playing together for a long time? You see the open three ball by Jared Bayless, right? The problem is they gave up Buddy Hield. Now defensively, this allows Anthony Davis to challenge all jump shots and kind of roam the perimeter. Not like he already hasn't really been doing. He's a great shot blocker. But what happens when you leave to block shots is you give up offensive rebounds. Boogie, being such a great rebounder, will be able to gobble up those rebounds and allow AD to prowl the perimeter and wreak havoc with his length and shot blocking. So this all sounds well and good, right? And they both Kentucky alumni. And the problem is, what is their relationship going to be? There's going to be a honeymoon phase where they get along, no doubt. But we all know DeMarcus has a screw loose, right? We've all seen it. It's been long enough in the league that you just don't know what this cat's going to do. Look at him wrapped up here with Steven Adams, who is an irritator. Look at him get ready to swing on this man. So how long will the honeymoon phase last? Will AD keep him in check? Remember, there's a big brother dynamic going on. DeMarcus was probably at AD's recruiting trip, right? So there's that big brother dynamic. AD may not be able to put him in check. Let's talk about the Kings' perspective. Everybody's calling this rape. And it kind of is, honestly, right? Vlade probably went out back and smoked a pack of cigarettes after this trade. Nah, but, the Kings, for so many years now have just had their head in their asses. Their owner, who's, I guess obsessed with Golden State and what we do, is in love with Buddy Hield, right? So that was the winning piece of this trade. But how in the fuck do you get that draft pick that New Orleans is sending is protected? It's top 3 protected. That was really what blew my mind, that they were able to get that away with them. So Sacramento, say what you will, he's a cancer, and the stock was low on DeMarcus. They got, 10 cents to the dollar for Boogie. Let's take a look at Buddy Hield, though. We all know he can shoot out of Oklahoma. The Steph Curry comparisons. What else can he do? If you're just a catch and shoot guy, that's not enough, especially in a trade like this. Look at him here, curl around, one dribble pop. He's a little bigger and a little stronger than Steph, but has nowhere near the handle. Here he is, little shake move, step back. Now, I have heard he's a gym rat. They have to kick him out of the gym. So he's willing to work hard, but the caveat is he's 23 years old. So how much better can he get? And I'm Steph got significantly better between 23 and 25. So Kings fans have some optimism. I think he's a gym rat. He loves basketball. And you see he clearly has the shooting skill set. Can he work on his handle and develop more? Now, is this the only trade that's going to be made? We already saw Serge Ibaka to the Raptors. Will Boston go get Carmelo? Will they go get Jimmy Butler? Cleveland, leaking blood, has these Eastern Conference would-be fakers thinking they could be contenders. Washington, Toronto, Boston. So I expect another big trade coming. As far as this move, yeah, it'd be exciting to see New Orleans and Golden State in the first round, 1 versus 8, right? And on paper, they give us problems. 2 bigs, just like Memphis. But what kind of chemistry are they going to have? And are we going to just unravel Boogie Cousins emotionally and psychologically in a playoff series? Don't think for a second that Draymond and Steve Kerr and this very savvy Warriors front office knows if you face DeMarcus in the playoffs, has he ever been in the playoffs? I don't think he has. So they're going to attack him psychologically. You could say the same thing about Draymond Green. Teams already do that. But Draymond's shown to be far more stable than Boogie. So it'll be a fun pairing, and there will be a honeymoon period. If they get in the playoffs, I expect Warriors 4-1. We move on easy. That's it for now. I'm out, y'all.